Back in Week 13, the Eagles lost an instant classic in their first matchup against the 49ers. Can San Francisco sweep the series? Find out next on Madden Football.
It was a frequent sight in the 80s and 90s, and it's continued on till today. Playoff football in the Bay Area as we welcome you to Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Coming up, a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a potential classic in store, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the San Francisco 49ers. Hello, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The postseason continuing here on EA Sports, and man, it is electric in here, and it should be conference championship time.
I don't know about you, but my butterflies in my stomach, they have iron wings in this one. And every guy I've ever talked to has all said the same thing. This game, the conference championship game, may have more intensity than even the Super Bowl because you know what the stakes are. You're trying so hard to get to the big game that this is the one that's the real challenge.
So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And they will be led out by a man in his sophomore campaign as the quarterback.
And we can talk all we want about football being a team game and leaning on different parts and aspects in order to get it done. And that's entirely true during the regular season. Some weeks it's the defense, the special teams, running the football. But in the playoffs, all the pressure reverts to the quarterback, and he has to play well and play at a really high level in order for his team to win.
And he'll be brought down here at the 28. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 15 for the Niners there and a first down. Purdy now to throw off the play action. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. A handoff, McCaffrey running right, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Hassan Reddick coming through with a stop there and a tackle for loss to boot. Here's Purdy. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Jalen Carter gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. Every possession in the postseason magnified. And look, it's just the opening drive. They didn't get the touchdown they wanted, but at least they got on the board.
They got on the board. They've got their home crowd into it as well. And remember, in the playoffs, the game slows down a little bit. So every point is precious.
And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The 2nd-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma.
Tremendous production in college at 2 different universities, and this is a guy who was a finalist for the Heisman Trophy. Still much more of a runner than a thrower, but has plenty of arm and is capable of making the big throws downfield. And don't underestimate his ability to think the game. Remember, he's the son of a coach.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Hurts sets up to throw it. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Throwing is Hurts. That is caught. Still going inside the 20. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A.J. Brown, 76 yards. And the Eagles have taken the lead here in this NFC Championship game. On this stage, conference championship game, every play is magnified, and that was a big play.
No doubt about it. One thing that has these guys a step away from a shot at a big game, their big play ability. They can strike from anywhere.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And it's capped off by an A.J. Brown touchdown. Returning from his end zone is Ray McLeod. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. Here is 3rd and 5. Purdy. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Well, when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their second drive. And they'll have good field position here following the interception and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10. They'll roll him out right. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 23 yards on the tuck and run. Here's Hurts to throw. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8. Nick Bosa, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Hurts. He'll find Swift out of the backfield. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
That's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through the completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
The kick by Elliott is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line, 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. He'll start by handing this off to McCaffrey. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Here's 3rd and 6.
A loss of 1. It's now 3rd down and 6.
Now Purdy. He'll drop it off to McCaffrey. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A nice gain of 21 yards.
Oh, that's a big let-off there on 3rd down because you've got to account for the running back coming out of the backfield. They didn't, and they got burned, not just for a 1st down, but for big yardage as well.
Purdy off the play fake. His throw incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Now it's 2nd and 10. They go play action here. Purdy rolling to his right. Gets this one to use check. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this 1st quarter. 10-3 our score after 1 here on EA Sports. The 49ers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter. The Niners on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Out of the gun, Purdy. He's got his target. That's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick up the 1st. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Once more, Purdy looking to throw. Got a man right side, it's McCaffrey. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Will go down as a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down. McCaffrey running up the middle. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Christian McCaffrey, a 10-yard touchdown run. And the 49ers are an extra point away from evening this one up. So, partner, it was a passing game that drove them down the field, but when they get close, they trust that man in the backfield, and he took them home.
And they trust their offensive line as well because so many of these units, they specialize in either pass protection or run blocking. This group shows its versatility and gets both done on this drive.
Purdy will throw for it. And he will get into the end zone as they will indeed claim a 1-point lead. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Throwing quickly, that's caught by Brown out wide. And A.J. going to pick up an Eagles 1st down as he's up to the 40-yard line. They'll set up a throw. He completes it to Julio Jones. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's a handoff to Swift running left. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. From the gun, it's Hurts. Under pressure, and they got to him again. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. But he continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. These sacks are starting to pile up.
If they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
They'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
On 4th down, Aaron Sipos on to punt for Philadelphia. Back to return it, Christian McCaffrey. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. Christian McCaffrey and his 49er teammates back onto the field. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
He doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Purdy now to throw. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. His first catch in this NFC Championship game, and it's a 1st down. Purdy from the gun. He'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left. 2 minutes remain in the first half of this NFC Championship. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 19 yards that time for number 19. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Purdy looking to throw. Room to maneuver at the 35. And he gets this one down to the 24. The catch and run there, good for 16 in the first. Back to throw, Purdy. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Throwing here, Purdy. A quick throw there is incomplete.
That play call wasn't there for them against that coverage. So they're going to spin the dial now in their playbook and come up with one more shot at the marker to try and keep this series going.
Purdy sets up to throw again. Open man is Samuel, complete. And they'll get to him short of the 1st down at about the 16. Kyle Shanahan's made the decision. They're going on 4th down. Purdy. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. On 1st down, it's Purdy. He'll buy some time right. This will be caught at about the 6. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Purdy will look to throw again here. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. Trying to defend the out route there, got the PI call.
And you know what's difficult about that one is sometimes you want to make the undercut move and go for the football, and other times just want to hang on the upfield shoulder and make the tackle. I think he got caught in between and created a foul.
Purdy on the sneak. And no signal, but I don't think he got the surge behind center. No, he's going to be kept out of the end zone. And now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Purdy will set up to throw it here. That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the 49ers will extend their lead here just before halftime. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, yeah, give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
They'll try and throw for it. And he's got it. So the try for two successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So we've reached halftime here in the NFC Championship. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. As always, what half remains in the Battle of the Sea? He will take home that George Halas Trophy and represent the NFC in the Super Bowl. We'll get back to you guys in just a moment. We saw the former All-Pro Christian McCaffrey up to his old tricks in that first half. He wound up finding the end zone on a touchdown run to help give his guys the advantage here at the break. Our two squads making their final adjustments prior to the second half kick. Which team will be the one standing as NFC champions at the end? To find out, let's get you back to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Halas Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. And they have work to do in this second half if they want to earn that berth to the Super Bowl.
And I'm pretty sure this is where their coaches at halftime were saying don't panic and then demonstrating it by not making a lot of drastic changes to the game plan. Let's just get back to doing what we've been doing all year long. That should be more than good enough.
But first down, Hurts. Well, he short arms that one just a bit. It's low and incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. Still going inside the 20. And finally they get him to the ground, but it's all the way down at the Niners' 7-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Throwing is Hurts. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. A.J. Brown, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Eagles have cut it back within a score. That, of course, all set up by the big run on the play prior. They took advantage right away with the touchdown throw.
And you mentioned advantage, probably taking advantage of their natural instinct after that previous play to be aggressive and rush towards the line of scrimmage. And instead, they were vulnerable to the pass.
Elliott on for the extra point. And the lead is down to 2. 5 plays there on that drive. And it's capped off by an A.J. Brown touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Deebo Samuel and the 49ers back in possession here. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and it's second down.
It's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game, but in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
Purdy now on second down. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Let's go.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the 49ers first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. Second down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
Shotgun now with Purdy. He'll get this underneath to McCaffrey. Short completion, just 4 yards, and now it's 3rd and 3.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Purdy on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
And he is going to have a 49ers first down by a couple of yards as they get 5 there on 4th and 3. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion, and defensively pure frustration. Here's Purdy on 1st and 10. This one caught by Kittle. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Play action, now Purdy. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Sliding out of the pocket. He's got the hookup downfield to Samuel. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It's a gain of 19 down to the 19, and it's a first down. Purdy bootlegging it. They'll roll him out right. That's caught by Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco. From 19 yards away. And the 49ers are able to extend their lead.
He was able to move around and found some vision to throw the football. And how about how he ended it? Boy, he had some zip on that throw.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt to have an arm like that. Results in the touchdown here. Great play offensively. Jake Moody now for the point after. And that makes it a 9-point game. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it's Deebo Samuel who caps things with a touchdown reception. So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Wide receiver A.J. Brown, you see he and the rest of his mates returning to the field here. He's been his typical solid and reliable self, hasn't he, Charles?
When you have that go-to receiver that you can count on in the situation where you absolutely have to have him, there's nothing better for anybody who's throwing the football. But the best part is the payoff. 2 touchdowns already. That's the bottom line when you throw the ball to a guy.
Absolutely. Not over 100 yards right now, but he does have 2 touchdown catches. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Hurts sets up to throw it. It's caught on the right side. It's Smith. And nothing to speak of there after the catch as they get him right to the ground at the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Swift going to try up the middle. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. He's going to get that to Swift underneath. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 43. 1 quarter remains until the NFC crowns its champion. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's the Eagles behind on the scoreboard, but with the football here as we start the 4th quarter. They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. It's caught, Smith, and brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. Oh, and fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Hurts. This is caught. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. 2nd and 1 from the 2. On the option to give to Swift here. And he's in. Front Eagles touchdown. DeAndre Swift taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Eagles have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Elliott good with a PAT. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Here's McLeod from his end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And right now they're just looking for a little more cushion, trying to make this a 2-score game. Points here would go a long way, obviously, to propelling them into the next round.
And this is where the head coach, offensive coordinator, they've had to set a tone all year long about what they do on offense. So most teams want to stay in attack mode, but you have to do it with some bit of caution, don't you? Because you can't come away with no points. You need these points here in order to feel a lot better about where they are in this game.
But this time of the year, playoffs, game of this magnitude, this is what we hope for.
Yeah, it's exactly what we hope for. You want to run your offense cautiously, but not so cautiously that you just give it up.
Purdy looking to throw. Looking for the out route, and he's got it. It's complete to McCaffrey. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that's going to make it third down and less than a yard.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to it quickly and holding them to a short gain.
By the skin of their teeth, they are able to convert on 3rd and inches. Throwing here, Purdy. He'll get this out right here to McCaffrey. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 13 yards there and a Niner first. Now Purdy. And that is incomplete. Wow, the coverage a little too good there. And it's 2nd down. Purdy now to throw off the play action. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. That is caught. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
That's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. The offense on 3rd down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 9. Two minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Purdy. And a quick shuffle pass here is complete. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. That one looks like he'll throw here. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. They'll try and power it in with Juszczyk. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Down to a knee, and the defense, they can't stop that clock. A couple more of those, and it's going to be victory. Down to a knee for the 49ers. This one about to be on ice. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to at least make it a 5-point cushion. And his kick is indeed good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. Hurts and the Eagles now down by 5, 24 seconds to go. They've got to travel the full 75 yards, and time is obviously a huge factor here. 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Probably time for 2 more shots, and ideally, they'd like to get to midfield or so they have a chance at a Hail Mary on the final play.
Back to throw. To the sideline and incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Back to throw. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. So after all of this, it comes down to one final play.
And just think of what it's going to be, because from this distance, you've got to be prepared for everything. Hook and laterals, tip balls, you name it. A lot of laterals after a catch. Just got to be prepared, stand your feet defensively, and tackle someone.
And that's complete to Brown. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. The 49ers are going to the Super Bowl. As we sign off here, we thank you for watching. Good night, everybody.